After a dynamic start at the Razzway, the last time out to kick off the fourth season of Marbula One, we return to a staple of the series, the Raceway. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Welcome to Orlando, and a track that has hosted Marbula One every single season that Marbula One has existed. Now this track has looked a little different at times. It has not always been in this exact iteration. We'll talk about those changes as we go along throughout the course of this event. Qualifying today for the Grand Prix tomorrow, and what promises to be an also tantalizing beginning of the season. Now I say that because these teams with 2 marbles apiece, now most of them have to switch marbles and put the other one in to start this Grand Prix. How will some of those marbles fare? We start things off with Tumult, who, goodness knows, has to do better than Clutter the last time out. At the Razzway, Clutter finished some 20 seconds behind the nearest marble at the end of the race. Now that is a tremendous gap that, frankly, has left this team scratching their heads a bit. Yes, there were a few incidents, maybe some technical issues, but they were not at all happy with the performance of Clutter after just 13 laps to lose 20 seconds on the 19th place marble, who themselves finished 7 seconds behind the leader. Yikes. Well, Tumult comes through with the P1 time, but that is almost eclipsed, but not at the end, by Sirius from the Wolfpack, 84 thousandths off. Big talking point also. Crazy Cat's Eyes opted for Yellow Eye last time, but now Red Eye comes out trying to make amends, but is nearly 9/10 of a second down from Tumult. This is an interesting start to the season, unless you're a Crazy Cat's Eyes fan. We look at Chalk from the Chocolatiers. Across the line there, 3/10 back, good enough for third. Heading down this iconic sand causeway that makes up a long stretch here at this circuit. Wonderful time being put together, and Chalk only betters it in Sector 3, nearly 8/10 clear of the Balls of Chaos. But Chalk goes to P1. Rizzy wandering down this straightaway over the line, 8/10 back. In third spot, 8/10 behind. That is quite a spread for some of these marbles. Frost is very close after 2 sectors, 8/100ths down. Can it be made up around this final turn? Yes! Frost goes purple in Sector 3. That is the best of anyone, and goes nearly 1/10 quicker than the Chocolatiers. Bumble comes out now, already through the first 2 sectors, nearly 1 second adrift. It almost finishes dead even on a second. Good enough for 6th. Lots of action happening as we quickly make our way through this one. Quasar, 1.3 off. That is well behind nearly everybody else. And to add insult to injury, still quicker than Red Eye. All right, Club provisionally third after going purple in the second sector. You can see that live result. What does it happen across the line here? Stays third. 8/10 nearly is that mark from first to third. Frost up there at the front. Red Eye is now on the bubble as we get ready to begin the second half of the order. Rima comes out now for Team Primary, the marble that replaced Prim after some poor performances. And kind of bottom of the order there, almost half a second lost through the first sector alone. The sand portion gives you an ending to the second sector. You can see that line just as they come off there. And that burst coming after the sand is a little bit different from years past. Oh, look at this. Red Eye has been eliminated. The first eliminated, and it's the defending individual champion in Marbula One. Royal putting together a good lap. Jumps up to third. Purple in sector number 1. Goes almost 27 flat for the whole way around. Here's Glimmer. That was a very poor second sector, my goodness. Lost a heap of time. Still manages 6th. Bolt and Quasar have now been eliminated. Those are the marbles in red on the scoring pylon on the left side of your screen. Watch Ecto here. Nearly quarter of a second up. Down the straightaway, around the final turn, and Ecto goes P1. Rima is eliminated. And you can see the Bumblebees now on the cusp of elimination, on the bubble, sitting there in 10th. Here comes Pinky Winky. Decent, but really wandered back and forth and bumped from wall to wall down that straightaway and lost whatever advantage they had. Billy is also on fire right now for the Green Ducks. 3/10 up through 2 sectors. Billy goes to P1, safe, and will advance. Sirius gets eliminated. Rizzy is now on the bubble there. You can see all of the marbles in green in the upper left. They are safe. They will move on to the Q2 shootout for pole position. Clementon, 5th spot. That's good enough for safety. Here comes Mimo over the sand, and that was being navigated quite well, just by the eye test at least. Did lose a tiny bit of time. Hard against the curb, swings around that final turn, 6/10 back in 6th spot. Swifty comes out now, losing almost 2/10 of a second per sector. This is a marble that has 3 medals in the Marble League, all in speed events. Nice recovery, though, in sector number 3. Swifty goes up to 4th and is safe. Misty, the final marble out. As Tumult and Glimmer were also eliminated with Rizzy. Misty looking safe so far. Got to keep a clean line through here, and does. 3rd for a marble whose teammate won the first round of the season. Boy, these Q1 sessions really come at you quickly. There you see in the middle of your screen the purple splits, the best among anyone. Billy notching it up in Sector 1. Club, who did manage to hold on and will advance. And then Clementon nailed Sector 3. Already in the gate. Here we go. 3-lap shootout for pole position, and it's the Green Ducks who sit P1 as they are released, and down we come. They had the outside line, I believe, but still held on to it, but lose it coming through that first split. They are trying to draft Billy to get around Misty. They opt for different lines and around the outside. There goes Billy into the lead, and Swifty comes by through the sand and takes P1. Clementon also in the mix there, trying to give these home fans something to cheer about. Along the front stretch here for the first time. High on the curbs goes our leader. Still trying to hold on, though, farther back to make some challenges. A couple of marbles are going to be side by side as they come off of the belt to begin lap number 2. There's Clementon making contact with Billy. Ecto comes up into 4th. Misty, Chalk, who falls back into 7th spot. Club has made up a couple. Nemo Royal fallen all the way back into 10th spot. And will be dead last among this group. This is the pole shootout. A close battle right now between Swifty and Clementon, going back and forth, and it is the O'Rangers that is on top this go-around over the Savage Speeders. What a typical Marbula One battle. Savage Speeders versus O'Rangers, but Misty says, hey, don't forget about the Hazers. Misty goes into 2nd spot and is closing in on provisional P1. Down the sand they come. Billy navigates this section. Nicely done. Gets up into 2nd spot, but also there is Swifty. Billy inside move. 1 corner to go. Billy trying to hold on and go wire to wire, and does. Didn't hold the lead the whole time, but started first and ended first. And a nice close photo finish there for 2nd spot to determine who goes up onto the front row, and it will be the Savage Speeders. Swifty, 2nd place, half a second, but look at that gap between Swifty and Clementon. Just under 0.07 of a second. So many other good finishes and close ones as we go back through the order, the entire field, separated by just 2 seconds. So Billy will be our pole sitter for the race tomorrow. Misty in 4th, Ecto, Chalk, Frost, Club, Mimo, and Royal rounding out the top 10. Who will conquer the O Raceway? Subscribe and stay tuned to find out.